Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our read aloud. So, yesterday we started our chapter on a miracle. And remember, Charlotte had put into her web the words, some pig. And Lurvy and Mr. Zuckerman are just astonished. They really think this is a miracle. Mrs. Zuckerman kind of is like, I think it's more the spider that is some spider, but he's like, no. So at the very end, before we kind of closed up, we haven't finished the chapter yet, they notice that he's quite a pig, that he's very solid. And if you know anything about pigs, that's what you want before they turn them into bacon and pork. So yes, he's some pig, but I don't think it's quite worked yet. We're going to finish up that chapter today, a miracle. When Mr. Zuckerman got back to the house, he took off his work clothes and put on his best suit. Then he got into his car and drove to the minister's house. That's the person in charge of the church. He stayed for an hour and explained to the minister that a miracle had happened on the farm. So far, said Zuckerman, only 4 people on earth know about this miracle. Myself, my wife Edith, my hired man Lurvy, and now you. Don't tell anybody else, said the minister. We don't know what it means yet, but perhaps if I give it thought to it, I can explain it in my sermon next Sunday. There can be no doubt that you have a most unusual pig. I intend to speak about it in my sermon and point out the fact that this community has been visited by a wondrous animal. By the way, does the pig have a name? Why, yes, said Mr. Zuckerman. My little niece calls him Wilbur. She's rather a weird child, full of notions. She raised the pig on a bottle, and I bought him from her when he was a month old. He shook hands with the minister and left. Secrets are hard to keep. Long before Sunday came, the news had spread all over the country. Everybody knew that a sign had appeared in a spider's web on the Zuckerman's place. Everybody knew that the Zuckermans had a wondrous pig. People came from miles around to look at Wilbur and to read the words on Charlotte's web. The Zuckermans' driveway was full of cars and trucks from morning till night. Fords and Chevys and Buick Roadmasters and GMC pickups and Plymouths and Studebakers and Packards and DeSotos with gigantic transmissions and Oldsmobiles with rocket engines and Jeep station wagons and Pontiacs. Here he is. Here's Zuckerman's barn and all the cars and people. The news of the wonderful pig spread clear up into the hills, and farmers came rattling down in buggies and buckboards to stand hour after hour at Wilbur's pen, admiring the miraculous animal. All said they had never seen such a pig before in their lives. When Fern told her mother that Avery had tried to hit the Zuckerman spider with a stick, Mrs. Arable was so shocked that she sent Avery to bed without any supper as punishment. In the days that followed, Mr. Zuckerman was so busy entertaining visitors that he neglected his work on the farm. He wore his good clothes all the time now, got right into them when he got up in the morning. Mrs. Zuckerman prepared special meals for Wilbur. Lurvy shaved and got a haircut, and his principal farm duty was to feed the pig while people looked on. Mr. Zuckerman ordered Lurvy to increase Wilbur's feeding from 3 meals a day to 4 meals a day. The Zuckermans were so busy with visitors, they forgot about other things on the farm. The blackberries got ripe, and Mrs. Zuckerman failed to put up any blackberry jam. The corn needed hoeing, and Lurvy didn't find time to hoe it. On Sunday, the church was full. The minister explained the miracle. He said that the words on the spider's web proved that human beings must always be on the watch for the coming of wonders. All in all, the Zuckerman's pig pen was the center of attraction. Fern was happy, for she felt that Charlotte's trick was working and that Wilbur's life would be saved. But she found that the barn was not nearly as pleasant. Too many people. She liked it better when she could be all alone with her friends and the animals. All right, we will find out what happens next. The next chapter is called A Meeting. We'll see if this miracle lasts and works. See you later. Have a great day.